Let's just start by breathing for a minute. Love breathing. Let's imagine that when we're breathing, all of our cells are breathing too. And maybe we can just go through our body. Imagine our feet breathing. Our toes and the skin of our feet and the bones and the muscles. And then all the muscles in our legs. So it's almost like we're lining up when we breathe with those parts of our body. So we're feeling them breathe as well. And I know that's hard for you to do, Gaby, with your legs. But maybe just imagine it. And then feeling our pelvis. And feeling how every time we breathe, every time we take a breath, we're pulled more deeply into comfort. Like physical comfort. Like the breathing is aligning us with that feeling of comfort. And it's almost as if we're stretching as we breathe, like the breath is stretching us out wider and taller. And we can feel the cells smiling. There's a feeling of joy as they breathe. Let's feel our organs now. Our stomach and our lungs and our heart. Stretching with the breath. And there's a feeling of every breath we're filling up with energy. So every breath, our vibration rises. And we can feel that expansion. Let's breathe into our arms now. And our hands and the creativity in our hands. And feel how magical our hands are. And how capable. And how much they know. Feel them breathing. We start to feel our spine channeling our nervous system. So all of those animated nerves, we're feeling that flow all the way through. And through our neck. Let's breathe, and it's a little bit easier maybe to breathe into our neck because it's where our throat is. So you can really feel the breath going all the way through all of the cells and stretching out through our chest. Let's just focus for a minute on any areas that might be uncomfortable or painful or stiff. Any part of your body. Let's imagine how breathing through those parts breathe the defensiveness away, because we're always holding a little bit when there's pain or discomfort. There's always some protection around that. So let's just feel that we're breathing softness in. Breathing any resistance away. And allowing ourselves to feel fully that place. To engage with it fully. To let it unwind and open. And let's just share our place with everyone else here. Share your discomfort. Whatever that feels like to share. Maybe it's inviting other people's energy in. Maybe
I don't feel the discomfort in my legs, which there usually is a lot, but when I'm sitting down, I don't feel it. But I do feel the discomfort in my hands.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I actually meant, that's interesting because I meant sharing it energetically. So that's good that you shared it vocally though.
Oh.
Yeah. But it's good. If you want to unmute and share the others, do so, because that'll make it more powerful. But you don't have to either. Because when I say sharing energetically, it's like a kind of exposing yourself in a way. Does that make sense? But it's not in a bad way or to do with fear. It's like it when you expose your body, like what you feel, your senses, your perception of yourself. What you're doing is opening up the surface area. You're opening it up to more light. So that's the sharing. So it's like we're feeling, so feel into your discomfort, be aware of it. And then, as if you were holding it out to the energy of the group, like showing it to everyone. So let's just do that in our awareness, and just see what happens when you do that. See what it feels like. See if it changes. And then breathe back into it again. As deeply as you can. And breathe into the sharing also. So the breathing is like the energy that you're putting into it. And now let's all turn our attention from our own area of discomfort that we are aware of and sharing to what is being shared with us. So let's receive outside of ourselves. And it feels like you're receiving that into your own discomfort. So you're holding hands in a way. And don't try to figure it out and there's no time limit. Just allow, every time you breathe, just allow yourself to receive from everyone else here. And you're receiving it through yourself, through your own discomfort. So as if your discomfort becomes a platform or a space to merge with the others. And you don't have to be able to describe it or interpret it. You're just purely experiencing. So whatever you're feeling right now is absolutely, authentically there. It's what you're feeling. It's what is. And if there's an emotion, maybe there's frustration. Maybe there's a lack of clarity. Maybe there's a feeling of happiness. Whatever there is, you're embracing it. You're allowing yourself to breathe it in and share it with who you are. And now we're gonna just start to give some space to the area of discomfort and the discomfort of the whole group. So we're just allowing it to get smaller as we come out. And choose to go back into a place of comfort. And just feel how that's possible. And as we breathe in, we breathe ourselves deeper into comfort again. And as we breathe out the discomfort. We start to feel that stillness. That's there. Start to feel the alignment of everything. The coherence. That's natural to us. Feel how that coherence is stronger than anything else. Breathe energy into it. Imagine that every time we breathe in, it's like breathing into coals, and we see the coherence really brighten up and flow. Let's start to feel into the coherence of the group as a whole. And still breathing deeply in that perfect rhythm that's right for us. Let's see if we can find the center point, the still point of the group. And see if it can be within us, as well as around us. So it doesn't have to be necessarily a place in space, it can be a feeling. A feeling of collaboration, support, togetherness. And just observing how that makes us feel. To be part of that. Letting that feeling expand and intensify. And let's just slowly feel ourselves coming back to the surface. We can also just note how the discomfort feels now inside us. See if there's a difference. Just open our eyes when we're ready. How did you feel, Anne?
My hands feel better, starting from when you asked to give them space.
Yeah. Okay.
It started to feel much better, and I also felt a sense of hope that it's
great.
truly possible. It's truly real.
Yeah. Yeah. That's wonderful. Yeah, because that's what it's all about, really, isn't it? That just the perception that we have of things,
Yes.
seems like a small thing, but it's kind of everything, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
It truly is.
Yeah. And sometimes just knowing that you can focus in different places and in different ways is just really powerful because it's like a freedom.
It is. I'm looking forward to doing it with my legs.
Yeah. Yeah. You can also do it if you can't really feel them as well. If they feel numb or not quite right in some way. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not numb, but they're just really contracted and feeling really funky.
Yeah.
Just not normal
Yeah.
at all.
So that's quite a good, like you can do it with that. Because if you can feel something, then it's
Yeah.
enough, it's a place to start kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's really good. Yeah. How did it go with you, Gab?
Um, yeah, it did improve a bit by the end.
Yeah. Where were you focusing? What was your area of discomfort?
Just pretty much everywhere. My legs, my hands, my pressure
you-
point in the seat.
Are you feeling your legs?
Yeah,
Is that,
I've quite.
yeah. Do you think,
I've always felt I had some feeling in them.
yeah.
Kind of. I don't. It's hard to tell whether it seems like it's more, but it's so hard to tell because it kind of
Yeah.
even day to day it's so different. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you feel like you could go into a comfort place? Or was that hard?
Yeah, it was more when I was just thinking about kind of stillness and
Yeah, it just depends whatever like
I
way
can't
of,
really find any comfort in my body.
yeah, yeah,
All the discomfort's too much. It just
yeah,
mm,
too intrusive in a way.
yeah.
Yeah. Did you feel a connection in the group?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was quite powerful. Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you, Mum? What did you feel? Oh, you're muted still.
At first, I started out just with a muscle in my back that hurts a lot.
Mm.
And then my hands started to hurt. My toes started to hurt.
Oh, wow.
I got pain behind my eye.
Wow.
And gradually they all went away. It was as if kind of I gave my whole body permission to feel every bit of pain it fancied feeling.
Yeah, that can be really
Then
powerful. Yeah.
I really almost has fallen asleep at one point. I was
Mm.
really kind of slow. And then I did feel a kind of sense of just a great volume of energy that, and I can't say that absolutely all, but my toes are now glowing.
Wow.
They feel like
That's cool.
I've still got a
Yeah.
little pain in the original bit of my hands feel better.
Yeah.
And that kind of the great body of energy, I think, was the group, and it was really
Wow.
very nice.
Yeah.
Thought this,
Yeah. It's quite tiring though, isn't it? To
yeah,
focus in that way, but in a good way.
yeah, it's a kind of focusing without concentrating. It's
Yeah.
strange. It's kind of, it feels really good actually. It feels really good.
There's definitely something really powerful as well about just like allowing yourself to really feel,
Mm,
because I think we sort of tighten up in some, not necessarily physically, but I think it's physically too. We just kind of tighten up our mind so that we don't really, it's like a way of keeping things at bay.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, but it kind of freezes them as well. It stops them being able to process, stops your body really dealing with it. So it's really powerful just to be able to let go. It's not always easy because it depends on the intensity of it, of the pain, and how long the chronic nature of it. Yeah.
Something about the nerve pain that it just doesn't seem to like,
Respond.
respond to that.
Yeah.
And I was, totally familiar with doing that before, and it was always really,
Yeah.
really effective. But with this, it just doesn't respond to that.
I think with that you've probably just got to trust that it is responding, but you can't feel it because
Yeah.
it's just maybe too deep and too slow, or, you just kind of really have to trust that you're making a big difference.
Presumably, the nerves just can't do their usual. The central nervous system can't
Respond as,
function in a way that
yeah,
it does to remove
yeah.
pain.
But it is functioning still, though. I think that's important to trust, really, that it is still doing something. Yeah. Because it probably has to be, it's going to cut out in a minute, but it probably has to be all together before you can actually feel what's happening, the effect that you're making.